We officially made it to Reykjavik. This wasn't much of a weather window, but we were able to use this wind to sneak in between two pretty nasty fronts, because now we are pinned down here in Reykjavik for the next couple of days, just waiting for this bad weather to blow through. But first things first, today we're going to walk over to the grocery store because we are out of food.
Fresh.
Oh, we are out of fresh food.
We're out of fresh food.
Not all the food.
We have like 4,700 pounds of dry food left. But we need fresh food.
We do need fresh food. Kika needs her avocados. Let's go. Pushing me backwards.
The audio from this is gonna be total
It's
shit.
Gonna be
Can you take your hood off for a second? Then walk backwards. Yeah, then walk backwards.
After the extensive 5 minutes of researching on Google, here's what I found out. Reykjavik is the capital and largest city in Iceland. It is amongst the cloudiest cities, but also one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest cities in the world. It is a popular tourist destination. Close to 1 million visitors travel to Reykjavik every single year. Well, aside from, this year. And maybe last year. But walking down the colorful, vibrant streets, we can totally see the attraction. Although it's small, just like me, what it lacks in size, it makes up for in character. It's difficult to walk down the street without seeing a glimpse of multiple beautiful pieces of art. Because street art is not only common in Reykjavik, they're actually embraced, whether it's on the walls of houses and buildings or on actual roads. Needless to say, this place is a charm. But the beauty of Iceland isn't just in Reykjavik. So after walking around town a bit, grabbing some fresh food, mainly avocados, a lot of avocados, and enjoyed meeting up with our most adorable patron, we were ready to leave the dock. Once again, to sail to what could be one of our favorite places in the world.
It's raining this morning, but we waited for it to stop raining. We'd never sail anywhere. But today the wind is still not favorable enough for us to continue sort of southeast around Iceland, but we found a really cool spot just around the corner that I think is probably gonna check all the boxes for like why we came to Iceland. So today we're gonna slip the lines, leave the dock, sail about 20 miles east of Reykjavik into a little bit of a fjord. How's it going down there?
I'm trying to get some work done because there's some certain things need our immediate attention on the website, but it's very hard to work while we're sailing because everything is just so rolly.
Got a little crazy there, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, don't get sick.
No, I was really hoping that I was able to do some work before we lose complete signal online, but Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be one of those no swells, no waves, downwind, super chill type of passage. Boy, was I wrong. Inside is rocking. I can't get any work done while we're sailing. So, never mind that. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this sail, I guess. What are you looking for?
The whole reason I wanted to come to Iceland in the first place. There's something on the beach over there which could be absolutely amazing, or it could be a total bust, and I hope it's amazing because I kind of feel like we came all this way for that. I know Kika has her own reasons for coming to Iceland, but mine was for this anchorage and that beach. And we couldn't quite sail this last little bit, so we're motoring like the last half mile into anchor. But there's like some construction stuff going on over there. Looks like they're building like a house or something. I think I see where we're planning to go. Just hope it's like still there. That's all I have to say about that. Well, before we spend time putting the dinghy in the water, we're gonna go investigate with the drone. Make sure that we're actually in the right spot.
It's been Din's life goal ever since we decided to come to Iceland to sit in a hot spring with a beer in his hand watching Uma out on anchor. And Iceland is known for having hundreds of hot springs and hot pools all over the country, but the problem is most of them are further inland, which means that you mainly need a car to access them. There's only a few hot springs that have direct access to the ocean, and of those few, we only found one that is directly in front of a really protected anchorage. So we are anchored in front of that hot pot today, and hopefully it has water, because we can't tell from the binoculars because there's no steam coming out of it and we don't see water overflow, so we don't know if it's empty or not. So we're just going to be waiting for the drone to see if it has water in it.
Well, it looks like there's water in it. Problem is there's a bunch of construction, so hopefully it's warm, because this is like the only one that we've been able to find that is an anchorage and a hot springs, or a hot pot they call them, when it's just like some warm water on it. It's sort of man-made. So we came all the way in here to hopefully just go like spend an awesome afternoon hanging out in basically like a hot tub on the beach. And we're just kind of concerned about this construction. Maybe they like shut the supply of warm water off, but it's full of water at least. And now I guess we'll put the dinghy in the water and go see if it's warm water or not. You want to catch the drone? It's on the way back.
the drone can't really measure how hot the water is. So for that,
I'm warning you guys all now. If it's not hot, I'm gonna be like very disappointed.
yeah.
I've built up the expectation of this moment for so long that I'm gonna be crushed if it's not warm.
Aww. Aww. That's so sad.
Ugh. Much of a jump.
Moment of truth.
Oh. It's like rainwater.
No, it's cold.
Yeah. This hose is supposed to have geothermal water coming out of it, but it is not operational right now. But like, look at that view. Oh. I would bet good money that this construction is going to turn this beautiful little isolated hot pot into some big touristy hot spring. And like, if we came back here in a year, it would just be filled with a bunch of tourists rather than this cute little isolated hot pot that nobody knows about.
It's a shame.
Yeah, all this construction, they like turned off the warm water. I'm sad. It's like everything I wanted about Iceland is a lie. There's dozens of other hot springs that we can go to, but like they're all going to be super popular, and there's going to be a tons of tourists there. This is like the one that's like so far out of the way that not many people even know about it. And it's fucking cold. This little puddle of water was like the only thing I was excited for about Iceland. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like the rest of it we've seen before. We've seen glaciers and we've seen fjords. We haven't seen volcanoes. We'll go see that at some point while we're here. But like, I mean, Norway and Svalbard were just so much more remote, but they didn't have hot springs and they were beautiful. And we're like, well, we've been excited to come to Iceland for 6 years and enjoy like the isolation in hot springs, and all the other hot springs are super touristy. And this one we had good hopes for to be like remote enough, and we could like park our boat right in front of it, which is the only one that we know of in Iceland that we can do that. So no, I'm like legitimately sad.
That makes sense. No, it's
like 5 years of anticipation, and it's like, oh, by the way, the hot water shut off.
Yeah.
Like Iceland ran out of hot water. It's such a magnificent view. I mean, we're gonna sit here and enjoy the view for a little while, but certainly are going for a swim.
It's really cold. It's
rainwater.
It's pretty cold. I would not want to go in there.
No.
That's a shame, actually.
I want to go like boil water and like, I mean, I'm wearing all my foul weather gear, so I can at least go up to my waist before I get wet.
So you're going in anyway?
Going in anyway.
You're determined.
Ooh, that's actually kind of wet. I want to go pet a sheep.
I understand Din's frustration. This would have been really, really cool. And we were both pretty excited for this. So it's a bit disappointing and a little bit sad that it didn't work out. But again, Iceland has tons of hot springs. So even if it's not with the boat in the background, we'll be able to find a hot spring somewhere, and even if it's inland. Den is so sad. It's funny.
There's a hot springs in there. It's so brown.
So, the boots are not waterproof anymore, are they?
That's the hot springs. No, I didn't have I don't think I had them put on quite right, because I've definitely jumped off in the dinghy to like put stern lines out up to here and not gotten wet, but I don't think I had these tight enough maybe. But yeah, everything kind of got wet. But it's all wool, so I'm not like cold. The only hot water in the entire country is in my boots. It's so brown.
Does it smell good?
How long have we had these? 2 years? Maybe? Smells better than a hot springs. Less sulfury.
This is terrible.
I mean, I wouldn't drink beer out of it.